Have you ever been judged before someone even bothered to know the real you? Like, really know you? It's wild how people build entire opinions from rumors, vibes, or one misunderstood moment. If you've ever felt like the most misjudged person in the room, this one's for you. See, there's a quiet shift happening. People who once saw you as cold, difficult, or too much are now sitting with their own discomfort. Why? Because you turned out to be everything they never expected: wise, empathetic, strong, and authentic. Let's be real for a second. They didn't just misunderstand you, they projected their own insecurities onto you. And because you didn't play by their rules, they called you rude, arrogant, even reckless. Sound familiar? But here's where it gets interesting. Despite all that noise, you kept showing up as you. And now, the very people who misjudged you are realizing they got it all wrong. They're looking back at your interactions, playing them like reruns and going, "Wait, maybe I was the problem." But pride is a funny thing. It won't let them say it out loud. Not yet. You were never lacking love. You were just careful with who got access to your heart. You were never emotionless. You were just tired of explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. The truth? You're built different. You walk into a room and you carry presence, wisdom, depth, and yeah, maybe even a little mystery. That's intimidating to the shallow-minded. Some of them believed gossip, others made snap judgments, and a few just weren't ready to receive someone as emotionally evolved as you. Let's not sugarcoat it. They weren't on your level. But life has a way of bringing the truth full circle. And now they see you, for real this time. They see that you're not just smart, you're strategic. You're not just kind, you're discerning. You're not just quiet, you're powerful. Now they're watching from a distance, wishing they hadn't dismissed you so quickly. Wishing they could go back and undo what they said, or didn't say. But some bridges, once they burn, there's no rebuild. You noticed the signs before they even knew they were sending them. The passive-aggressive comments, the subtle digs, the way they overlooked your ideas but copied them weeks later. And you realized, oh, they don't see my worth. That's dangerous. So you pulled back, not out of pettiness but out of wisdom. Because when someone repeatedly chooses to misunderstand you, that's a choice. And you finally chose you. They're sitting with that now, with the silence you left behind, with the opportunity they fumbled. They're learning to be more careful with their assumptions and more respectful of people's complexity. And though you've forgiven them, truly, you also know not everyone deserves a second audition in your life. You're not available for their "I was wrong" text. Your peace costs too much to risk. They say time reveals all truth, and yours was a masterpiece unfolding in silence. You didn't clap back, you didn't beg. You simply grew, and that growth speaks volumes. Some of them now admire you, secretly. Some even talk about how they always knew you were different. But it's not about proving them wrong anymore. It's about living in your truth. You've entered a new season, one where your energy is sacred, your time is precious, and your heart is protected. You no longer need to be understood by everyone. You only need to be at peace with yourself. So to anyone listening, if this resonated with you, you're not alone. The silent vindication you're experiencing, it's not by accident. It's confirmation that you've been walking in integrity all along. Let this be your reminder. Just because they couldn't see your value doesn't mean you didn't have it. Some people only recognize gold once it's out of reach. So keep shining, keep walking in power, and if they ever come back around, you'll know exactly what to say. I wish you well, from a distance. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, thank you for revealing the truth right on time. Thank you for pulling back the curtain and allowing me to see who was real and who was simply wearing a mask. Even though some truths were painful, they were necessary. You spared me from deeper damage by revealing intentions early. For that alone, I praise you. I'm grateful that you made me strong enough to walk away from situations and people who didn't see me clearly, those who misunderstood my heart, misjudged my spirit, and mishandled my presence. It hurt, but it freed me. And now I ask, Lord, for continued clarity. Help me discern projection when I see it. Let me recognize when someone is speaking from their own wounds, not my reality. Give me the wisdom to guard my peace like a sacred flame. Teach me to forgive, not because they earned it, but because I deserve peace. Let me not carry the weight of resentment into my future. Help me stay grounded when old emotions try to pull me back into patterns I've already outgrown. I ask for the strength to hold my boundaries firm even when my heart gets soft. May my love be strong but never blind. Give me the kind of wisdom that responds with grace, not bitterness. Let my healing show in how I treat others, especially when I have every reason not to. Let my energy remain pure, even after encountering betrayal. Remind me, over and over, that I am worthy of real connection, worthy of mutual respect, and worthy of being loved for who I am, not what I can offer. Guide me into divine relationships, connections that honor my truth, not merely tolerate my presence. Bring me into rooms where I'm celebrated, not just accepted. Let my soul feel safe, seen, and supported. And if there are any hidden wounds still lingering within me, I ask you to heal them, Lord. Heal every part of me that once questioned my worth because of someone else's inability to value me. And finally, God, I lift up every person reading or hearing this prayer. May they feel the quiet joy of being seen for who they truly are. May they experience what it means to be respected without pretending, loved without conditions, and valued without needing to shrink. Amen. If this message hit your heart like it did mine, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. We're building a space where the misunderstood are finally understood, where growth, healing, and empowerment aren't just buzzwords, they're real-life moves. Drop a comment if this resonated with you and share this with someone who's been misjudged but kept their head high. See you in the next video.